As always, before starting sharpening the knife, we need to wetten the stones. And today we are going to use 3 different whetstones. This beautiful green one, or for extra hardness. It's an extra hard stone coming from Japan, and we are going to make it wet initially, and then we will work into making 2 other stones wet for sharpening. Because in order to be a very good sharpening tool, the stone needs to be quite wet, permeated with water to some degree. And let it sit like this for a few minutes, just submerging it, turning it around, and submerging it again, fully submerging it. Yes, yeah, that's the way we made our stones wet. The green stone, as the hardest stone, is the one that we are going to begin with. But now we are going to make wet a red stone and a white stone. The red stone is of medium hardness, and probably is the one that is most important for our project, the sharpening project today. And the white stone we are using in the last stages of sharpening. White stone is for polishing the blade, polishing the edge of the blade that we are going to create with the green and the red stone. And we're going to make sure that they are nicely permeated with water, nicely wet, before we can start using them for today's sharpening. Just turn them around a little bit and splash it around on the stone. And again, the harder stone is red, and the softer stone for polishing the blade, to polishing the edge of the blade, is the white stone. So we'll let it sit in the water for a few minutes before we start sharpening for real. Before we start sharpening process, we need to flatten these stones. And this is a beautiful Japanese flattening stone with these deep grooves. It's made of a very hard rock, and it is done for flattening the stone and removing all the kinks and all the imperfections from the sharpening stone. So we go like this, along the edge, and in the middle, and along the edge, and in the middle, and flattening the stone, removing the imperfections, flattening the stone, removing the imperfections. So when we are done flattening it, it will be ready for the blade, ready for the steel of the knife. First we're gonna flatten this very hard green stone, and then we will flatten 2 other stones. And now we'll do the same with the red stone and the white stone. Now you can hear that each stone has its own music, it has its own song. They all sound different because they are for different purposes. This one is a medium grade, and we will work on this stone for most of the sharpening process. Again, we are removing all the imperfections, all the kinks, so that the sharpening process would go smoothly and we could achieve the total sharpening perfection working on the blade. We also go over the sides, go over the sides, go over the sides, and the middle, and the middle. Just like this. And now we're going to flip it and continue with the soft white stone, which is used for polishing the blade. And you can hear this is softer, the sound is softer. You can hear the difference between the grade of the stone, the hardness, and they all are suitable for different purposes, for different parts of the sharpening process. We're just removing all the kinks and imperfections, just making sure that the stone is perfectly smooth and flat for sharpening that beautiful ornate steel of the knife's blade. And now we can start actually sharpening the knife. The very important moment in sharpening is to find the right edge, right angle for the knife, for the blade. And this is where we started. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this angle. We want to get all the parts of the blade sharpened. Back and forth, back and forth. And your movement of your hand becomes kind of one with the blade, and the position of your fingers helps to direct the edge against the stone. You kind of become one with the movement, one with the blade, one with the stone. It's like Zen. It's a Zen of sharpening knives. An ancient and noble practice. And the interesting thing here is this is a genuine American knife built in Ohio, lovingly and beautifully crafted. And this is a genuine Japanese sharpening stone that we use today for this sharpening process. It is combination of American steel and Japanese rock on which we are sharpening the knife. You're not going to spend too much time on this green stone. This is a good point to start, and then we are going to do most of sharpening on the red stone after we are done with working on this green stone. Yeah, this is a real Zen process. Very simple, very basic, and it all leads towards one goal: to make this knife to be the best it can be, to turn it into the best tool that it can be, tool for the kitchen, well, and an object to admire. Okay, let's see now. Oh yes, it's getting there. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. Very well. And now we are continuing with the red stone. This is where bulk of sharpening is really happening. This is where this blade will be given its voice back, and it will start singing the way it should sing. Probably even better in the end than the way it was when it was first pulled out from the factory box when it arrived in our house several years ago. This knife had lots of work. This knife was used a lot. It's one of our favorite knives. It's very well balanced, and as you can see, the blade is beautifully crafted. It's very ornamental with this fish scale kind of design. And speaking of fish, this is a perfect fillet knife. I filleted many fish with this knife here in the kitchen. Never forget the tip. Never forget the tip of this knife. Very important. The tip should be piercingly sharp. You could change techniques. You can move it only up and then return your hand and move up again. Or you can move up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. When you are moving up, you apply pressure. When you're moving down, you apply less pressure. Pressure, no pressure. Pressure, no pressure. Pressure, no pressure. But what is most important is that your movement is natural, and it's like a continuation of the blade. Your hand becomes one with the blade. It's one liquid, perfect movement. And you see, if you got the burr, oh yes, you got the burr. That's shaping, forming there perfectly. And then you continue on the other side. And you can go up and down, up and down. Pressure, no pressure. Pressure, no pressure. Pressure, no pressure. Pressure, no pressure. Yeah, it is literally a zen of sharpening knives. A zen of sharpening. you become one with the blade, one with the sound of the blade touching the surface of the hard stone. And then you switch again. Yes, let's do it. And then you look at for the burr, and the burr is indeed forming. Just going to remove it with the finger and continue. Ah, yes. And take a look again. Oh yes. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. I think it's almost ready now for turning the stone over and using the soft stone for final polishing part for the blade, for the razor's edge, for the blade's edge. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be one very sharp knife. And that will be a very sharp knife. I don't think that this knife was ever that sharp when we received it first from Dover, Ohio, when it arrived in our house several years ago. And we love this knife. We love this knife. We use it every day. We use it all the time. It's a workhorse of our kitchen. It's not big, but it is extremely sturdy, very balanced, and very utilitarian. Okay, I think we're ready to switch the stones. And now we are going to finalize our sharpening with working the blade on this soft stone, which is especially designed and made for chosen for polishing the blade's edge, making sure that it is pretty and it is very, very sharp. It produces less burr, but what it does, and you can see it already, it gives the edge this nice shiny sheen. And of course it still does the micro sharpening because it's soft. still produces a nice little burr. It's still there. Same movement, up and down, pressure, no pressure, up and down, pressure, no pressure, or just single movement from the bottom up or from the top to the bottom. Either one works. It depends what you prefer and also what you're inspired. That's what your body tells you. And that's what the blade tells you. It's a Zen process. You kind of feel it. You have to feel the blade. You have to feel the edge. You have to feel the angle. It all becomes intuitive. It all becomes a part of your movement and a part of you being one with the knife, with the stone, with the movement, with the sound. Yeah, I think we are pretty much there now. Pretty much has to have a very, oh yes, that's one sharp knife. Okay, let's stop now and see how this knife cuts. As always, the ultimate test for sharpness of the knife is slicing a tomato. And look at that, look at that. Look at those fine, thin little slices that it can make. Look how sharp it is. I mean, there's no resistance. This tomato has no chance against this blade. This tomato is slicing very well. Okay, that proves it. That is a very sharp knife. That was a good sharpening session. And we can also try a grape. Why not? Grape is a good thing to slice with a very sharp blade. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect little slices. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect little slices. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. This is one very sharp knife. I am rather pleased with myself. This was a good sharpening session. Well, thank you for watching today's video of knife sharpening ASMR. And if you enjoyed today's video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Knife Sharpening ASMR channel. Thank you.